Hey everyone, my name is Wedge and welcome to another subscriber giveaway series video. Woo, yay! If you haven't seen us before, this is a series where I open 9 packs of whatever I want and then give them away to the viewers. All you have to do to win is be a subscriber and then comment. That's literally it. There's really no reason not to, let's be honest. So remember, all you have to do is subscribe, comment. How this video works is I will open all these packs, split them up into 3 piles. I'm going to try to keep the values relatively even so that, you know, each person gets something awesome. And then I'll pick, 3 random viewers. Well, I won't pick. I'll use a number generator to pick 3 random viewers who comment and are subscribed, and they'll win, one of each of these 3 piles. So let's get right into it. Alright, now for Mythic so far, we've opened Theros and Master of Waves in here, so pretty good stuff so far. See what else we can do. Lightning Strike awesome, Divine Verdict awesome, Boulderfall terrible, Baleful Eidolon's good. Let's see. Alright, uncommons, we have Nemesis Immortals, pretty great, Burnished Heart, Ordeal of Nylea, and a Polis Crusher. Alright, so Polis Crusher is 2 colorless, a red and a green for a 4/4 trample pro enchantments. And for 6 mana, you can give it Monstrosity 3, and whenever it deals combat damage to a player, if it's monstrous, destroy target enchantment that player controls. This is pretty great and limited, right? Pro enchantments is pretty awesome. As soon as people saw it, they were like, oh, Chain to the Rocks. It's really not bad. Even a 4/4 for 4 with trample, and the monstrosity cost isn't that high considering some monstrosity cost, so it's not an awful card, right? It's not terrible. So we're going to put this in pile 1. Now remember, in each of these piles, you're going to win the rare, the uncommons, and if there's a token, you'll win the token as well. So that's how this is going to work. Okay, let's keep going. Got some pretty good pulls so far, and Theros seems to be a set with like a lot of value. So I'm hoping for good things, or I should say, expect good things. Another Baleful Eidolon, awesome. Alright, uncommons we have Kragma Warcaller, Dissolve, pretty great, Decorated Griffin, and a Nylea God of the Hunt. So there's our 3rd mythic. Nylea God of the Hunt is 3 colorless and 1 green for a 6/6 indestructible, and as long as your devotion to green is less than 5, Nylea isn't a creature. Other creatures you control have trample, and for 4 mana, target creature gets +2/+2 till end of turn. This god isn't as prevalent as some of the others, but it's still in like green-red devotion, which is a thing now. She's just a huge body, 4 mana for a 6/6, pretty good. Giving creatures trample is great for aggro. Definitely not a bad card by any means. Very cool. We got another god, so stick that in pile 2, right there. Now as this goes, I'll switch piles around if they don't seem even. Because I really want to give equal value to each of the 3 winners. Just for all of you, just so you know, I'll ship anywhere. I've shipped to the Netherlands a bunch of times so far, an army base, I think in Germany, just crazy places. I'll send anywhere, at no cost to you. All you have to do, and like if you win, all you have to do is send me your address, and then boom. And you find out if you win at the end of the next video. I'll explain all at the end. So for record, Voyaging Satyr, awesome. So you have a Centaur Battlemaster, a Keepsake Gorgon, an Insatiable Harpy, and a Curse of the Swine. Who loves pigs? So for X and 2 blue at sorcery speed, you can exile X target creatures, and for each creature exiled this way, its controller puts a 2/2 green boar creature token onto the battlefield. This card, great and limited, first of all. You can get rid of basically anything that's bigger than a random 2/2 bear. It's really strong. You can basically reset the board in any way you want. I would like this to be better in Standard. I just don't think it is right now because it's a sorcery, I think it's a real problem, because it's not a bad removal spell by any means. But yeah, I definitely wish this was better. It's definitely not terrible. So, that's pile 3. So, alright. Let's keep trucking. Chosen by Heliod, way underrated in limited play. Let's see, Chrono Crusader's fine. Time to Feed is great. Oh, it's a limited bomb. That sounded weird. Alright, for uncommons, we have Vanquish the Foul, fine limited card. Sentient of the Underworld, awesome. Dark Betrayal, and a Colossus of Akron. So Colossus of Akros is 8 mana for a 10/10 Defender Indestructible, and for 10 mana you can give him an additional 10 +1/+1 counters, making him monstrous, and as long as he's monstrous, it has trampling and can attack as though it didn't have Defender. This card is ridiculous. I actually saw someone go monstrous at the pre-release with this card and it was stupid. If you can pull it off, it's pretty crazy. I would love to see a standard playable ramp deck with a card like this. That'd just be hysterical. Gotta be so funny. Alright, we're gonna put that in pile 2, because Nylea is worth a decent amount right now. So, at least more than the other two. So we're gonna try to, remember, trying to keep values even here. Alright. Let's keep going. What do we got? What do we got? Loathsome Catoplepus. Sedge Scorpion, I love the video I did on that. Awesome. Alright, uncommons, we have Battlewise Hoplite, great for limited. Gainsay, Triton Tactics, fantastic card. And a Psychic Intrusion, I get these all the time. So for 3 colorless, a blue and a black, target opponent reveals his or her hand, and you choose a non-land card from that player's graveyard or hand and exile it. You may cast that card for as long as it remains exiled, and you may spend mana as though it were mana of any color to cast a spell. So, they reveal their hand, you pick a card from the graveyard or the hand, exile it, you get to cast it for whatever you want. That's basically what the card says. I think it's a little too expensive, and it's a sorcery. I think that's probably why it's not good. The idea is cool, you know what I mean? It's definitely a cool idea. I just think it's a little too expensive. We're actually going to stick this right with Nylea. We're just going to go completely ham on pile 2 there. Because Nylea is already guaranteed value, right? So we'll stick the 2 things that aren't as high value right there. Okay, Prescient Chimera, awesome and limited. Like, pretty great. Spear Point Aurea, not bad. Yoked Ox, love you. Uncommons, we have Ordeal of Erebos, Horizon Chimera, fantastic. Fanatic of Mogus, oh, mono red, you're so dirty. And a Timer the Murder King, ooh, the full Nylea's Emissary, that's pretty. So Timer the Murder King is 1 black and 1 red for a 2/2, and for 1 colorless, 1 red, and sack another creature. Timer the Murder King deals 2 damage to target player, and for 1 colorless, 1 black, and sack a creature, you can turn him from the graveyard to your hand. When people saw this, they were like, oh, EDH. And I guess that makes sense, right? Because he's probably going to be, EDH playable. It looks like he's EDH playable. I don't think I can see him in standard right now because there isn't like a deck that fits him. If Gravecrawler was still in standard, this guy would be dumb. He would totally go in that deck like immediately. We're going to stick him with Polis Crusher, I think. Yeah. Alright, we have 3 packs left. Let's see. Hopefully we can get something awesome here. Alright, Lightning Strike, good start. Good start. Agent Horizon, not bad. Spark Jolt, Last Breath is pretty great. Definitely underrated. Griptide, one of the best commons in the set for drafting. Keep that in mind. Uncommons, we have Heliod's Emissary, also awesome. Sea God's Revenge, amazing uncommon. Erebos' Emissary, wow, that's just really strong. And a Swan Song, cool. Oh no, Mental Token. Alright, Swan Song, 1 blue mana, counter target enchantment, instant, or sorcery spell. Its controller puts a 2/2 blue bird creature token of flying out of the battlefield. Now you might look at this and be like, but I don't want to give my opponent a 2/2 blue bird creature token with flying. That is true, but this card I don't think is meant for standard. I think it's meant for older formats. 1 blue mana to really counter something is pretty devastating in older formats, and a 2/2 flyer in those decks usually doesn't end the game, right? There's a lot more powerful stuff there. Especially in like Legacy or Vintage, or even Modern, you probably won't die to 1 2/2 flyer. So we're going to stick that over here. It's a pretty decent card. I think it has a ton of potential value. I know there's a lot of people looking for them that really, really like them, so hopefully that'll rise in value. Okay, what do we got here? Farrakhan's Cure, amazing. Do not underestimate this card. Rage of Perforos, great removal for draft. Fairland Vacation, great combat trick for draft. Alright, uncommons, we have Destructive Reverie, awesome 2-for-1 there. Artisan Sorrow, Nalia's Emissary, and a Whip of Erebos. Cool. I love this card. I don't know why. For 2 colorless and 2 black, creatures you control have lifelink. And for 2 colorless and 2 black and tapping it, you can return target creature from your graveyard to the battlefield and it gains haste. Then you exile at the beginning of the next end step, and if it would leave the battlefield, you exile instead of putting it anywhere else. And you can only activate it as if it was a sorcery. There are a lot of rulings with this card that people don't get. Remember, the exile zone is just, it's the same place. So it doesn't matter. Like, if you use something else that exiles the card before Whip's effect takes place, that resolves. Because it says it goes, if it would leave the battlefield, exile it instead of putting it anywhere else. But if it's already going to the exile zone, it's fine. And I think a lot of people have trouble with that ruling sometimes. But this is a really cool card. People like this a lot. I'm going to put it with a Timeret and Polis Crusher. Unless this card, unless this pack makes things different. It might though, you know, you never know. Dragon Mail is cool, Griptide again, awesome. Commune's not bad, Hopeful Eidolon. God, gotta be one of the best white commons in this set, if not the best. It's amazing value. Like, lifelink is so cheap, this stuff is so good. Alright, on commons we have Tormented Hero, Flamecast Wheel, Shipwreck Stinger, and a Prognostic Sphinx. So Prognostic Sphinx is 3 colors and 2 blue for a 3/5 flyer, and you can discard a card, and Prognostic Sphinx gains hexproof until end of turn and tap it. And whenever it attacks, scry 3. So this is actually a pretty cool card. While I can understand it not seeing standard playability, discarding a card to give it hexproof is not bad, especially when you can attack and scry 3. Like, you just have so much power, you know what I mean, to like manipulate your deck in a lot of ways. I just think that this is like a much better card for limited than people actually think it is. So I'm gonna put this over here. Now, normally when I do this, there's like a really good spread of values here, but it looks like pile one's kind of lacking, don't you think? Or at least to me it looks like it's lacking. So I'm just going to put a Chain to the Rocks on it. Like, I have random cards sitting around, so boom, Chain to the Rocks. I'm just going to put it on pile. No, whatever. Okay, so to review our piles, we have a newly added Chain to the Rocks, a Whip of Erebos, a Timeret the Murder King, and a Polis Crusher in pile 1. In pile 2, we have a Psychic Intrusion, a Colossus Phacros, and a Nylea God of the Hunt. And in pile 3, we have a Prognostic Sphinx, a Swan Song, and a Curse of the Swine. So, remember, piles 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. All you have to do to win, all you have to do is be a subscriber and comment below. That is it. That is it. Nothing more than that. I mean, you can like the video if you want. You don't have to, but, you know, we'd like it. So remember, so if you want to win one of these piles, all you have to do is remember to watch next week's to the end to see if you won. And if you win, remember, send me your address in a message on YouTube. That's the only way I'll be able to get it and send you your cards. That's all you have to do. Subscribe, comment, send me address, done. That's it. Hope you guys enjoyed this pack opening. This is the Mana Source. I'm Wedge. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time.